they did not mention the president in their comments, but it's clearly perceived as a swipe at the White House by Harry and Meghan. And as I say, I would caution them about getting involved in American politics, particularly Prince Harry as Queen Elizabeth's grandson, because royal members do not talk about political activities or politicians publicly, particularly criticizing them. And this has not gone down well in England. And Buckingham Palace was asked for a comment about how they perceive the situation. And they said they do not comment on non-working royal members, which is really a double whammy for both Harry and Meghan, because, you know, to be called non-working members means like they've been sidelined. But Harry perceives himself still as a working royal, somewhat limited now that he lives in the United States, but he's still there and wants to be involved in royal ceremonies and royal activities, but is somewhat limited, obviously, living in California. I think, you know, this Netflix deal is obviously a mega $1 million deal. It's either going to be a huge success or a giant bomb. And we've yet to find out, because people are taking a great risk. Obviously, Netflix has obviously realized the value, particularly of Prince Harry, and obviously getting people involved, because when Prince Harry calls and said, will you get involved in this project? Not many people are going to say, no, we're not, because that's the whole thing about it. And, you know, Oprah Winfrey realizes that as well, who's a neighbor now. I think that both Meghan and Harry will be very hands-on during this project. I mean, it's very important for both Netflix, given the money's involved, and for Harry and Meghan, that it be a major, major success. I mean, if it's a giant flop, then it doesn't say very much for their future here. But I think that if they have their hands on about what projects they do, what directions they go in, and how they're perceived by the general public, then that's the important thing. But they, I think, will have major control over what they're involved with, because they won't be happy taking directions. They're happy at directing. And I think that's going to happen. But we'll wait and see, because it's very much an unknown quantity, and $100 million is a lot of money. But it would enable them to be independent from the royal family. Up until now, Harry's father, Prince Charles, has basically been subsidizing them from his $50 million a year income that he gets from the Duchy of Cornwall, which is 130,000 acres of very prime real estate in central London and the southwest of England. And so Charles has been digging deep in his pockets. But this Netflix deal enables them to be totally independent, do what they wish, and do their own projects and show what they're about, and show the general public what's happening with them. As of yet, we've hardly seen anything of them here in Montecito. They've not been out and about, which is understandable given the pandemic. The only times we've seen them is when they're doing Zoom interviews, or like Meghan did on America's Got Talent the other day when she appeared very briefly, talking about the contestant and wishing him well and all that stuff. So we'll wait and see, you know, when things ease here, whenever that happens, and hopefully they'll be out and about, because I know that a lot of people here want to get them involved in a lot of the organizations we have, the cultural activities, the charity events we have, which are myriad in Santa Barbara by any standard. So we'll wait and see. But at the moment, they're just hunkering down at their 6-acre estate just up the road from me in Ribbon Rock here. And we'll see what happens to them in the future when they can get out more, because obviously we are under limitations of what we can do and where we can go, going out to restaurants, going to the theater, going to the movie theater. And I'm sure they want to be out and about, but obviously they're limited there. But I think they're very happy where they are. And why shouldn't they be? They're living in the lap of luxury. The video showed Meghan the other day with some of her design ideas in this beautiful drawing room with her diptych, fragrant candles and books and all those things she loves. So I think they're very happy here. But we're waiting, after 2 months, you know, to see them out in public. The only thing I've been told about is they were seen out bicycling by one of my readers. But other than that, they've been hunkering down at their house here.